There's a controversial new OSHA rule going into effect very soon, and I'm curious to hear your thoughts on it. Most people don't realize this, but if OSHA does an inspection on your job site, the employees have the right to have a representative. OSHA just issued a new final rule to clarify those rights, effectively expanding who employees can have represent them. Here's why this is significant and what you need to know about it. On August 30th, 2023, OSHA published a proposed rule that would change the scope of who would be allowed to participate in walk-around inspections. The public comment period for the proposed rule ended on October 30th, 2023. The final rule is set to go into effect on May 31st, 2024. The rule that's set to change is 29 CFR 1903.8C, which is a fascinating read, and I'll link in the description below for you if you want to check it out. To summarize, the current rule says that employees can have a representative present, but the examples of potential representatives are limited to safety engineers and industrial hygienists. It also should usually be a fellow employee and not an outsider. The new rule will clarify that representatives authorized by employees may be a fellow employee or a third party. Under the new regulation, during an OSHA inspection, employees can choose third-party participants, plural, meaning potentially more than one, to participate in the inspection. These third parties do not have to be employees and can include representatives like worker advocacy organizations, labor union representatives, consultants, bilingual interpreters, or attorneys, to give some examples. OSHA inspectors do continue to have the ability to make the final judgment call on whether a third party chosen by the workers can participate in the inspection. Although this change is making some waves, this was actually allowed temporarily under the Obama administration, but it wasn't through an official rule. It was through a letter of interpretation called the Fairfax Memo, and that was controversial too. The National Federation of Independent Businesses, NFIB, sued OSHA in federal district court, claiming that the interpretation letter amounted to a legislative rule adopted without notice and comment and violated the Administrative Procedure Act of 1946. Then, the Trump administration rescinded the memo in 2017. The Biden administration is known for being very pro-union, so it's not altogether surprising to see this become a final rule under this administration. That being said, no new rule comes without controversy, and as you might anticipate, employer groups and employee groups have taken different stances. More than 65 groups that advocate for workers' rights have come out in support of the rule. In contrast, employer groups are concerned that the new rule will allow union activists to participate in inspections and encourage workers to organize. Employers are also concerned it could compel employers to allow non-employee third parties to sensitive areas of their workplace. Under the new rule, consenting to an inspection could open up an employer's worksite to scrutiny by not only OSHA, but also outsiders who may otherwise have no right to access the employer property. These can be sensitive issues relating to safety or trade secrets or other proprietary information. OSHA's stance was clarified by Doug Parker, the Assistant Secretary of Labor for OSHA, who noted in a statement that the goal was to make inspections more effective and ultimately make workplaces safer by increasing opportunities for employees to be represented in the inspection process. According to the National Employment Law Project, workers have historically found it difficult to get approval for representatives that they select. As always, politics plays a role, and this rule is moving fast, because the sooner the standard is published, the less likely it can be challenged if control of the White House and Congress switches to the Republican Party, which would allow for the rule to be canceled through the Congressional Review Act. And those are the basics of the new OSHA inspection rule. How do you think this could potentially affect the dynamics of OSHA inspections? Let me know in the comments below. If you found this video informative, make sure to hit that like button. And if you'd like to see more videos like this, make sure to hit that subscribe button. As always, take care and stay safe. Hi, Rachel from Ally Safety here. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to check out the Ally Safety Toolbox Talk membership at allysafety.com.
There you'll find an entire library of videos that are created to make safety entertaining. I'll see you there at allysafety.com.